We are going back to America.
Oh, hell no, Your Majesty.
Come on!
What's up, you guys? My name is Alex, and today I'll be reviewing Coming to America 2. Now, before we jump into the review, if this is your very first time ever watching any of my videos, please hit that subscribe button, then hit that bell right next to it. That way you get all the notifications of every time I'm releasing a video here on my YouTube channel. Guys, do me a huge favor, hit that like button as well. You know, get us more notoriety as we continue to release videos here on Momentum Media. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the review. Now, I had to watch this movie twice. I watched it twice. The first time I saw it, I was really kind of skeptical, but I watched it again. But this time I watched it with my wife, and we just took it in for what it was. And I have to say, after watching it twice, I actually really enjoyed Coming to America 2. I actually really enjoyed it for what it was. If you like the first movie, you're really going to enjoy this movie. I mean, for the most part, the story of this movie does not necessarily make 100% sense. I mean, when you watch Coming to America 2, you're not really watching it for like death-defying acting and, you know, and like great storytelling, but you're watching it more so for the comedy. It's Eddie Murphy. It's got all these different comedians like Tracy Morgan, Michael Blackston, you know, you name it. Most of the comedians are in there. I think they harp on a lot of nostalgic things that happened in the first movie. They try to recapture that element of the first movie and bring it into this movie. In some ways it happened, in other ways it did not. But if I had to harp on the pros of this movie, I love the comedy. I love how they introduced Eddie's son. I thought that was actually pretty cool. Very a different take to the people of Zamunda. I thought that was pretty cool. I like the aspect where Eddie had to struggle into going into leading the traditional ways of being a king of Zamunda, but also, you know, fighting against, you know, a new revelation of what a king should be. You know, doing the old ways has only got us this far. If we do it a different way, Zamunda could be huge. By the way, I loved Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes in this movie was funny. He was a lot different than I've seen him in movies, and I actually really enjoyed his character. I enjoyed seeing some of the some big name artists like Rick Ross. You know, Rick Ross was there. Michael Blackston was there. Tiana Taylor was there. Now, let's be honest though. If it wasn't for the comedy, if it wasn't for the heart, I have to say the story kind of falls apart. I mean, even how Eddie finds out that he has a son doesn't necessarily make sense 100%. That's just me. That's just being honest. Like 100%, it doesn't necessarily make sense. Now, that doesn't mean that it's trash. It doesn't mean that it's bad, but it's just like, okay, when I watch it, a lot of the elements that I'm watching kind of get made up for as I'm watching it for the comedy and things of that nature. Another I mean, granted, I mentioned that there are a lot of cool honorable mention people in the movie, like Rick Ross and Michael Blackston, but some of those people who were in the movie didn't really provide anything. Granted, I know the movie was shot at Rick Ross's house, but having him there didn't necessarily make sense in the movie. Even with Michael Blackston, like Michael Blackston was funny, but Michael Blackston was on screen for maybe about like 7-8 minutes, maybe. He didn't have a pivotal part in the movie, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Definitely, it's really funny. They harp on a lot of things that happened in the last movie, like we get reintroduced to the barbershop scene and those characters. My criticism of that, we didn't get to see enough of that. Like how they were pivotal in the first movie, in this particular movie, they weren't as pivotal in this movie. So I thought that was kind of a letdown for me, because I love those characters and it was great to see those characters, but we didn't see them that often in this particular movie. My favorite part of the whole movie is actually the last part of the movie where they introduce their special guest, Mr. Randy Watson. Everyone can see we together. Everyone. Oh my God, I was in tears, laughing and crying, because if you watch the first movie, Randy Watson was introduced in that little church meeting scene, and he was like a terrible artist, and then they brought him to Zamunda. I thought that was just hilarious. Oh my God, it was so funny watching. But overall, if I had to rate this movie, I would probably give it maybe a 7 out of 10. Do not go into thinking that this movie is going to be better than the first one, because it's not. It's not at all. Don't go into thinking that this movie has super high expectations, because trust me, it is not. But if you accept it for what it is, you may have fun with it. I actually really enjoyed it for what it was, and I had a good time watching it. So what do you guys think? What did you guys think of Coming to America 2? Is this a sequel worth waiting 30 years for? Did you like Eddie Murphy? Did you like the reoccurring cast? Did you like the new additions to this cast? Just jump to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, where you get all the updates of every time I'm releasing a video here on Momentum Media. A lot of cool things are coming out this week. Tune in for another episode of Ask Alex this week, another episode of Real Debates this week. And guys, do me a huge favor. Go support me on Patreon. I'm on Patreon. I have 3 tiers on Patreon, which I am updating. So definitely check that out. You'll be a core member of the Momentum Media brand. I would love for you guys to be a part of this amazing community that we're building here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. And as always, you guys, you have a blessed day.